Hey guys, it's Drackle, and I wanted to update you on the progress I've made on the Enderman compatible trap. So it's working. It's definitely working, and it's working fairly well. There are definitely some issues to be ironed out, but I'm pleased with the progress so far, especially because it's only been 2 days since the release. I haven't had much time to work on this. Now, basically what I did here is I took advantage of two things. I took advantage of the fact that there are some blocks that the Enderman cannot move, and also there are some blocks that it prefers not to move. What does that all mean? Well, I'll get into that. Now, the walls of this trap are made out of stairs because Enderman cannot move stairs, and it's also very convenient building material because it actually is the same size as a wooden plank on the inside. As you can see, it is made out of stairs, so they cannot move those blocks. And also the ceiling is made out of slabs, so they can't move them either. So that prevents them from moving the ceiling or the floor or the wall blocks, which is nice. And these are slabs here around the trap itself. And once they fall into this compact drowning trap, which is in my tutorials section, the trap itself is made out of stairs also. So there doesn't seem to be any air pockets created here, so it should be good. And all mobs die in here just fine. And then we'd have a loot collector to collect all the loot and wash it to a central location for pickup. And the idea is to have multiple chambers. You don't need to have a full wall in each one. You just have to separate them and have a big enclosure over the whole thing. And have all those multiple chambers and have multiple traps, and then have all the loot come to a central point. And I think that'll work pretty well. So yeah, this does kill Endermen. It kills all mobs and works pretty well. So what are the problems with this trap? Well, the Enderman can move the floor blocks, the spawning pad blocks in other words, which isn't a huge deal because I was in here for half an hour with 3 of them and they only moved 1 floor block total. So it's very rare, and I told you I took advantage of the fact that they prefer to move some blocks and not others. Well, what does that mean? And I apologize since it's raining, but say we have a house here, and I've kind of destroyed it a little bit. Doing some testing. Alright, say we have a house, like here, and you have an Enderman trapped in it. Well, it actually has a preference to what blocks it moves. It doesn't really want to move the ceiling or the floor blocks that are, above and directly below it. It's going to knock out these blocks first, like 99% of the time. And then eventually it will knock out all the blocks, and then it will start knocking these blocks out once these are exposed. And similarly like this. So that's more or less how the Enderman block moving works. And that took me hours and hours of testing to figure out. So yeah, that's why this trap kind of works, because they actually cannot, well, they can move these blocks, but it's so rare that it's almost not an issue. So I think any successful Enderman trap will need a little bit of maintenance, unfortunately, but I don't think that's too much to ask. But I think there is something that we can do to stop them from moving these blocks, and I need to find it. That's the missing piece. And if we figure that out, then it's a 100% effective trap. I think I did figure out one way to stop them from moving it, and that's putting powered redstone on top of the block. It seems to work, but that's not a good option because it actually lowers the spawn rate of the mobs like by a huge amount. So yeah, not a good idea. So yeah, that's basically the progress I've made so far. A couple other problems. The Endermen seem to see stairs as non-solid objects, and they can actually reach right through them and pick up blocks. They actually reached through these stairs and picked up these blocks, so I'm gonna have to move the wall back a couple of spaces in order to prevent them from doing that. And they also picked up blocks around the trap. They literally reached through these stairs and grabbed, oops, and they grabbed like these blocks. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, I know, but that's what they're doing. Like even they're falling down and dying at the same time they're picking up blocks. So that's why water canals are not, the best solution, because even when they're in water, they're still going to pick up and destroy the floors and the ceilings and the spawning pads. So this is the best way I've come up with trapping them so far. If you guys have any other ideas, please let me know. This really should be a collaborative effort. I'm sure a lot of other people are working on this, and yeah, so I thought I'd update you guys on what I've learned and what I've built so far. And why trap the Enderman in the first place? Some people say, well, the pearls are kind of useless and whatnot. Why not trap the Enderman? I mean, they move my blocks, so I want to fucking kill them, really, I guess. And hey, it's a challenge, and that's what we play Minecraft for. But yeah, if you don't want Endermen to appear in your mob traps, then just make them too high. And you could fence things off. There's ways to stop them from knocking out the blocks on your outside. You can put an iron bar fence or a normal fence, a wooden fence around your property. You could dig a moat, but they're actually going to destroy parts of the moat even if they fall in. So up to you what you want to do. But anyway, so I'm going to keep working on this, and hopefully I'll have an answer sometime this week to what to do with these blocks. But until then, this is Draco signing off, and if you want to keep up to date with the 1.8 stuff, you can follow me on Twitter. It's same name as my YouTube name, Draco. And you can subscribe if you want to keep abreast of all the different versions of this trap. So I'll see you guys next time.